Yeah, legendary. And welcome to Cookout Dog. I gotta run this back. This is my favorite song. This John always be hitting, man. I love this track. Let's lock in. Introduction to C++. C++ is a programming language created by There's Strauss up. I ain't gonna hold you, bro. If I'm saying that wrong, I'm saying it wrong. I apologize. And his team at Bell Laboratories in 1979. Yeah. 40 years later, it is one of the most widely used languages in the world. You can find C++ applications everywhere from the bottom of the ocean to the surface of Mars. As the name implies, C++ was derived from the C language. Berner's goal was to add object-oriented programming into C. Language well respected for its portability and low-level functionality. So why learn C++? Among many other things, it is fast and flexible. It is well supported. It forces you to think in new and creative ways. In this lesson, we'll start learning some basic concepts. You'll write your very first C++ program. Don't worry if some words don't make much sense right now. We'll learn about them in Right. Take a look at the hello.cpp file in the code editor. That is placed in the middle of the screen. It is a C++ program. In our code editor, the file name is displayed at the top. Hello.cpp. C++ programs are stored in files which usually have the file extension .cpp, which simply stands for C++. The code the code inside our C++ file is a classic first step all new programmers take. Greet the world through the terminal. The terminal is the black panel on the right. It should be blank right now. Code in the text editor will print text out onto the terminal. More specifically, it will print the phrase "Hello World." Before we explain what all the mumbo jumbo is, let's run the program to see what happens. Press run to see this program in action. What message appeared in the terminal? Hashtag int main std.count world colon string 2 by the way. Hello world. Boom. Output 3 minutes. High five. We just got your first program to run. C++, like most programming language, runs line by line from top to bottom. Here is the structure of a C++ program. Include libraries, hashtag include IOStream. Okay. Main function, int main, beginning the function, end of the function. Between the curly braces is what we are going to focus on. st ::count greater than string hello world. st ::count is a character output stream. This is pronounced C out. But a C out. Greater than is an operator that comes right after it. Hello world is an operator. The operator. This is the C out. Hello world is what's being outputted here. You need double quotes around text. /n is a special character that indicates a new line. Semicolon is a punctuation that tells the computer that you are at the end of a statement. It is similar to a period in a. Let's write the whole C out statement from scratch. Inside a curly braces, type the following, press run. Code Academy. Pattern 5 minutes. We learned how to output a line of text with the following code. std cout greater than car /n. It will output bam, right? You can also output multiple lines by adding more stcout statements. Hello, goodbye. This will output hello, goodbye. Now let's use what we've learned so far. Complete the coding challenge. Instead of displaying those two lines in the output, edit the code so that we output the following pattern in the terminal. That's what it does. Hey yo. think that's it. Oh snap! I didn't do new line. Oh, I'm gonna go. Wait a second, hold on. What was off? Ah, there we go. I'm ready to go. There we go. I did it. Y'all see that, bro? Y'all see that legend? Come on, bro. Stop playing with me. Peer review. Woohoo! You have written a few C++ programs. In this lesson, you have learned C++ is a general-purpose coding language. C++ runs line by line from top to bottom. SDCount is how you output to the terminal. SDCount. Good luck. Before we move on, let's write a letter to your future self. In letter.cpp, let's add the following goals for yourself: name and date. Press run to mail the letter. Alright. Later. Yourself. This song is actually very fitting for them there. The C++ program has a very specific structure in terms of how the code is written. Let's take a closer look at the Hello World program line by line. C++ programs have a very specific structure in terms of how code is written. There are some elements that you use in all your C++ programs. Here we have program called hello.cpp. It is a classic program. Cool. This program writes the phrase "Hello World" terminal. C++ is a case-sensitive language. Case sensitivity means that keywords and variable declaration case. Example: outputting out. If you were to type out or count, the compiler would not know that your intention was to use the keyword count. Note: don't be intimidated by all the new learn about things. A whole lot more. Let's go over to hello.cpp program line by line. Each statement. So this program outputs the message "Hello World" to the editor. This is a single line comment that documents this code. The compiler will ignore everything after forward slash, choose forward slashes to the end of the line. Sometimes you will find this comment to include the author's name or document what the code does. This is known as a hashtag include iOS stream, known as a pre-processor directive. It instructs the compiler to locate the file that contains code for a library known as stream. This library contains code that allows for input and output, such as displaying data in the terminal window, or reading input from your keyword. Okay, int main brackets curly bracket. Every C++ program must have a function called main. A function is basically a sequence of instructions for the computer to execute. This main function houses all of our instructions for our program. This is where we will be writing our code. std count. This code uses a method known as count, pronounced cout. Oh, cout. Oh, you. std cout. Send the text "Hello World" to the terminal for return 0. The return statement is used to end a function. If the program reaches this statement, returning a value of 0 is an indication to the operating system the code executed successfully. This line of code is optional. C++ programs permit judicious use of white space, tab space, new lines, create code that is easier to read. The compiler completely ignores the white space with the small exception concerning if statements that will be covered later. It is highly recommended that you make use of white space to indent and separate lines of code to aid in the readability of your source code file. Bookmark. Google C++. I'm gonna do the full stack engine. Code, save, compile, execute. C++ is a compiled language. That means that to get a C++ program to run, you must first translate it from a human readable form to something a machine can understand. That translation is done by a program called a compiler. When you program in C++, you mainly go through 4 phases during development. Code, writing the program, save, saving the program, compile, compiling via the terminal, execute, executing via the terminal. The program, saving the program. Repeat. Debug the errors if needed. Up until now, we've been doing the magic for you. Step 2, 3, and 4. All done by simply pressing the run button. Let's try compiling and executing using the terminal. Click next. Compile and execute. A computer can only understand machine code. Compiler can translate the C++ programs that we write into machine code. You call on the compiler by using the terminal, which is the black panel to the right of the code editor. That contains a $sign. To compile a file, you need to type G++, followed by the file name in the terminal and press enter. The compiler will then translate the C++ program hello.cpp, create a machine code file called a.out. Execute. To execute the new machine code file, all you need to do is type // and the machine code file name in the terminal and press enter. In this case, our compiled file name is a.out. Putting it all together, we end up with the following: /a.out. The executable file will then be loaded to computer memory, and the computer's CPU central processing unit executes the program one instruction at a time. In our text editor, we have the Hello World program. Click the follow icon. Click the folder icon. There should be a hello.cpp. In there. File to cpp using the terminal. C++ hello.cpp, boy. Did you compile your program? But I need to write that outside of this? Click on the folder. New. File in the folder. B. It's because it's not inside of it. Hey, bro. Oh. Type the Hello, CP. What? Oh, I'm writing this in the wrong place. I just realized what just happened now. Boom. Yo. Yo. I didn't even click it. I didn't even click the hint, bro. I didn't even click the hint. I figured it out without the hint, bro. It was all, I was doing it all in the wrong spot. I was writing in the IDE, I think. I guess I was writing the compile. But it wasn't the terminal. From the goat. Reconnect. Compile, execute, naming, execute file. Sometimes when we compile, we want to give the output executable file a specific name. To do so, the compile command is slightly different. We still need to write G++ in the file name in the terminal. After that, there should be -0 and then the name that you want to give to the executable file. Oh. Sometimes when we compile, we want to give the output executable file a specific name. To do so, the compile command is slightly different. You need to write G++, file name in the terminal. After that, there should be a -O, and then the name that you want to give the executable file. Hello. The compiler will then translate the C++ program hello.cpp, create a machine code file called hello. To execute the new machine code file, all you need to do is type / machine code file name. The executable file will then be loaded to computer memory, and the computer CPU will execute the program one instruction at a time. Once again, we're working with the Hello World program. Click on the folder icon. There should only be hello.cpp in there right now. File.cpp using the terminal, but this time give the executable file the name hello. Say that, bro. hello.cp said Yeah, minus hello. Minus 0. Hello. Oh boy. Click on the folder icon again, and there should be hello in the folder. But do not click the new file. Execute hello. Click on the folder icon again. To execute hello, I should dash forward. Oh, yo, what are you doing, dog? Forward slash hello. Period. I'm the goat. Comments. Programming is often highly collaborative. In addition, our own code can quickly become difficult to understand when we return to it, sometimes only a few hours later. For these reasons, it's often useful to leave notes in our code for ourselves or other developers. As we write a C++ program, we can write comments in the code the compiler will ignore as our program runs. These comments exist just for human readers. Comments can explain what the code is doing, leave instructions for developers using the code, or add any other useful annotations. There are two types of code comments in C++. Single line comment will comment out a single line and is denoted with 2 forward slashes preceding it. You can also use a single line comment after a line. Multi-line comment will comment out multiple lines, and it denotes will be / star to begin the comment and * / to end. Let's practice adding a comment. Add a new line above. Write a single comment. Says Harry Potter. Compile and execute spell.cc using the term. So we gotta compile it. So to compile it, I'm gonna go look, bro. I remember. G++. Oh, no. Spell.ccp. CPP. Minus. Spell. Okay, and then we want to do dot. I'm gonna do. That's not it. Dot a / spell. Oh my gosh, I'm a legend. I think I did that. Oh no, I did it completely wrong. Compile and execute. Compile and execute. /a.out. Compile and execute naming executable. G++ spell. Oh, I don't have to do the A. I don't have to do the A. The A is only when it's like see. Review, congratulations. In this lesson you have learned compilation and execution. C++ hello.cpp minus o hello space hello / hello. Single line comments can be created using forward slashes. Multi-line comments can be created by / ***. If you are still feeling iffy about using terminal, take a look at learning. I'm up. Compile and execute. Run your Hello World C++ program locally using the terminal command prompt. The Visual Studio Code, the process. C++ is compiled. That means that to get a program to run, you must first translate it from human readable form, something a machine can understand. Translation is done by a program called a compiler. What you read and write is called source code. Usually it's in an English-like language like. What the computer executes is called executable object code or machine code, machine language. Typically, C++ source code files are given the suffix .cpp, for example hello.cpp, or .h, example st_lib.factory. Source code. Hello.cpp is the source code. Send it to the processor. Compiled and here to the executable. Compile. B++ hello.cpp minus o hello. Compiler translates the C++ program into machine language code, which it stores on the disk file with the extension .o. Hello.o. Linker then links the object code to the standard library routines that the program may use, and creates an executable image which is also saved on disk, usually as a file, the file name without any extension. Hello. Execute. ./hello. The executable is loaded from the disk to memory and the computer's CPU. Central processing unit executes the program one instruction at a time. Running Hello World locally. On the Mac, it's called the terminal. On Windows, it's called the command prompt. Video tutorial. Running Hello World via command prompt Windows. In the video above, some of the instructions for downloading and installing 2.45, navigate to okay. Under the installation heading, complete the steps 1 through 4 to download it. Complete. Steps 5 through 7 to ensure our package are up to date. And to install G++, be sure to enter the commands exactly. Use the tools that you have downloaded. All you will need to add them to staff variable. Pick up in the video at appropriate instructions on how to do this. But note that the directory you add will be different. If you use the default installation location, directory should add the path Elsewhere, simply add into your file. The number one programmer excuse. Send me Slack now. Codes filing. Take it back to work. Compiling. Oh, carry on. Pretty lit. I'm in herbals now. Oh yeah, that's right. Once again, we have come to the end of the cookout. Hey, bro, much love for me to y'all, dog. It was a pleasure. It was awesome. Awesome. It was awesome. Hope you had fun and I hope you enjoyed yourself. I got to get some coding in, a little C++ stuff popping off, and I'm going to keep doing C++. I'm going to sit down for a moment. I'm going to create a plan, dog, and I'm going to achieve greatness. There's no other way to say it. So yeah, with that being said, bro, I want y'all to have a good night, want you to have a good morning, and watch me create this game, bro. And the game's going to involve music. That's all I'm going to say. We're going to get there together, and we're going to have lots of fun. And yeah, bro, I hope you guys are excited, because I am. Should be pretty entertaining. I'm gonna see y'all around. I'm gonna see y'all on the flip side. And yeah, my G. I'm gonna see you later. Stay safe. And stay in your baggie. Just love y'all.